Hello, hello, hello. We are back.
Hello.
It's your girl Brandi Janae and Miss Angela with Word on the Curb. And we are coming back with our Married to Medicine review for season 12, the reunion part one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First things first, you already know what we want to see and what we want to know. We want to know how are you going to rate this week's episode. So how are we rating the reunion part one? 1 through 10. Make sure you go over to the community tab and place your vote for season 12 Housewife Awards because we will be doing that also after the reunion. But place your vote. So that means you got to subscribe, like this video, and then go place your vote. All right. So what you gonna rate this week's episode?
Um, I would give it an 8. I thought it was
Okay.
pretty good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the back and forth between Toya and everybody. I guess she
Mhm.
said she gonna clock in for real. So she's earning that first chair, I guess.
Well, I feel like it was her against everybody all season. I feel like that's uh, in what do you call it? Mirroring what the season was like, I guess.
Yeah.
hmm
So honey, I didn't thought that her and Jackie was really into it though, like that. So
See, I feel like Jackie, for me, I've already said it multiple times, and I feel like I said it last season about her. Like, I like that Jackie has been kind of her little self, the same person, season through season. But I have noticed that she does like this little kind of backbiting, sneaky type of stuff. And I think that I agree that I didn't really know that they had that type of beef, but I did feel like I think ever since she said that in the first place, it did already feel like there was like Jackie don't fool with her too much, you
oh
know.
no.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because we
But
were
instead of saying that, see the problem with Jackie, and that's what the thing with Heavenly is because I think everybody kind of feels like because Heavenly is so much more outspoken that Jackie and her are closer because she can have Heavenly kind of be the mouthpiece.
mouthpiece.
And not
Exactly.
even a mouthpiece in the sense of I'm telling you what to say, but you can just be the person who voices the opinion that I share also. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it
Mhm.
just keeps me from having to share an opinion. Like going to the point of um Toya learning a lesson about the Met Gala. So she admitted it on that couch in this episode, but like I asked last week and the week before, why is it that if you went and asked her, why you didn't tell her that up front?
About the
Well,
lesson to be learned,
sure.
girl. Well, it's a show.
Well, I'm just saying Jackie in a sense. Like once you've come to her because in the sense what it says to me is that however way you got her to agree felt misleading. Because and so yeah, that sounds like a setup because in my opinion, if you already have the idea that you want to teach somebody a lesson, then you already going in it with the idea with the thoughts of what you're not going to you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not going to help them with this, or I'm not going to do whatever because I want them to learn a lesson.
I
And
think
mhm,
I feel a little different. I feel that, of course, I think it was all of the women,
mhm,
including Simone,
mhm.
came to say, "Hey, this is how Toya had did in the past year. Let's let her host it so she can see what it's like." Or if you got a chance to see Carlos' interview with Heavenly and Quad today, they
I
said they never was going to let that fail. That was
mhm.
never because they know Toya could, you know,
Could do
plan
a
a nice
party,
party,
yeah.
but they wanted her to see, just how she was she voiced her opinions on so many things in the past years
So
on the show. I
yeah.
mean,
Mhm,
for the gala, but then wouldn't contribute.
mhm.
So that's why Quiet told her to her face, maybe we shouldn't contribute this year.
Well, they should not have if they felt that way, because the same thing I said was if Toya took it on. But that's why I'm going back to Jackie. Jackie should have had a real conversation with her so that she could have come in with a more giving and open a way to get the ladies on her side. You know, that was my point about coming in and making them feel whole, and then going turning around and asking them for help. I 1000% would agree with that. I don't agree with the way they went about it. I think that's sneaky. Or let's put it this way, since you pointed it out, because you're right, it's a television show. So what they just really admitted to me, and to your point, all five of them, is y'all just put the whole season on Toya back. Because what you said is you went to her, asked her to host this Met Gala, and even though the whole season wasn't about the Met Gala, what what it boiled down to was the whole money situation, the whole y'all not knowing anything. And as far as what was shown to us, you tried to make it, you made it seem like Toya was being difficult, which I think Toya had the idea that y'all already wanted to teach her a lesson. So she decided that she wasn't going to be a part of it. Because again, why would I set you up to, why would I give you the opportunity to set me up any further? So fine, I'm like, to me it makes sense why she wasn't sharing anything with him. And you did just kind of admit y'all didn't put the whole damn thing on her back.
Yeah,
And for what reason? Because that what I reason why I'm saying that is because what reason did you really have to go and select her? If she had not participated in the 2 years prior, didn't seem like she was looking for participation.
well, evidently she accepted it though.
Well,
So
but that's what I mean. Because if you come and ask me, then it feels like you're inviting me to be a part. And so fine.
she
But I'm
should have. Go ahead.
but that's what I mean by it feels a little underhanded. It
It
doesn't.
was underhanded.
Yeah, that's
So
it. Don't feel like it was come. It was brought to her with this other energy. It seemed like y'all brought it to her. Well, however way it was brought to her in in a peaceful way. But it was a little bit of snideness, behind it. And like I said, and it seemed to me that she picked up on it. So now it makes sense why she wasn't sharing nothing with
yeah,
y'all.
because remember, even on when they were on the sprinter, and they had mentioned about
Come on.
her hosting, and they said that Heavenly said no, it was to teach her a lesson, and she said it in front of
Yeah,
Toya.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So that's why she was
say, like,
chosen.
that is so going back to being saying what Jackie won't say.
Yes, you
So,
definitely, and I think the
yeah.
same with Simone.
Stop it. Well, that's why I said, what was the scene with Simone, which she did end up saying something to Toya. Oh, it was her and Jackie was having to talk about the Met Gala. And
No,
so
but I'm saying,
huh?
I was saying the same with Simone is like Simone was Jackie's mouthpiece too.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. You
Because she was,
probably right.
because Simone wasn't afraid to get out there and get down in the mud
Yeah.
and waddle with them while she worried about her career and all these other things, saying that she's unhinged or whatever. I'm like, ain't we watching the same show?
Right.
So
right.
yeah, definitely that. I also think that just watching this episode, Toya was sitting on ready, and so was Eugene.
Yep.
And
and so is Steve, honey.
yeah.
Now let me just get this out, because I know we ain't got to the episode where Steve shows his ass and does his thing. But it's I told you I really don't like the whole kind of pulling men's masculinity and referring to them as women and stuff like that. I don't like that. And I do think, one coming from a man, like, I think that's a female trait. And so what I'm about to say is, in my opinion, Steve is acting more, what y'all call it, bitch like, than Eugene ever has. Because to me, what he like, I think women do that, even though I don't like it at all. But I think for him to sit up and do it, it feels, yeah.
Mm,
So,
I
but we
don't
gonna
know.
see how it all come together.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just
I don't
saying.
know. I feel like Steve is sticking up for his wife just like Eugene is.
But see, the problem is the way he's sticking up for his wife.
Well,
I
I
don't have
think
no problem with you sticking up for your wife, but what I'm saying, that's why I'm saying that's a feminine trait. Because when women get into it, that's what they'll go do. Go and try and attack you in some way like that. But I think like it's low hanging fruit, like, yeah, like I don't like the none of the men has ever come at Eugene in any type of battle and piggybacked off of something one of those ladies been spewing out their mouth. So
mhm.
what he proved is, like you said, he is taking up for his wife, but he his wife mouthpiece, and sometimes what it says too. Because now I'm gonna look at you cross-eyed. That's what y'all. That's how y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? Like about me, because for it to come out the way it did, how long you been holding that up under your breath?
Right, ever since that night that she cussed out
Would you
uh
say probably ever since then, huh?
yeah, hell yeah. It probably rubbed her all the way wrong.
You say no, I disagree. Oh, about Steve? Well, I no, I don't like that, and I don't, and especially coming from one man to another, like I think it's very low brow, and I do think I think that's how women argue. I do. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
how
I
women
think
argue.
women, I mean men, I think because they gossip like women in the first place.
Well,
That's,
they do. I
they
think
do.
they do, but I feel like it's just way in different ways in which they do it. But I agree. They talk like women. Yeah.
Be gossiping and act like they don't gossip. That's
Mm-hmm.
all they do up in the damn barbershop any damn way.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
I
feel like they don't gossip because that's about where they do it at. It ain't like they on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah, they be on the
some
phone
of them.
gossiping too.
Well, maybe some of them.
Yes. So we'll go ahead and start off. You want to start off with Toya, Dr.
Well,
Hammond?
let's do the fashions. I wanted to see if
Okay.
I made sure I had the ladies' pictures up. So let's just go through the looks really quick. I can't remember if we did it already. I think maybe
We
I
did, but you know what? When we did it, we missed Toya.
did we?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me see. Where
Let's
is
start
Miss
off with
Kitty
her.
at? I wonder if forgot to have her on here. If that's why.
Because she in all the damn mess.
Okay, right. Let me see real quick, y'all. Let me see.
And what would you rate this episode?
I think I am going to rate it. I'm still going with a 7. Quick, stop, Prince Michael Jackson. You have been getting into everything. I'm about to put you up. I'm about to put you in your crate. Where is Miss Toya? There we go.
I would agree that the women in motion didn't look so bad as we thought some of them did.
Mhm.
But I would say,
Well, Brandy still look bad.
and I would say, Dr. Simone looked really bad. Maybe because she cried all through there, or maybe she was crying before it actually started, because her makeup looked horrible. I can't.
Mm.
I said, oh, it looked bad.
Well, here we go with Miss Toya, honey. Miss Jessica Rabbit. Feel like that's the vibe we getting here. I liked it. I like the hair. I like
I
the
thought
dress.
I liked it too.
Toya usually, for me, she usually does get it right. I feel like we had a couple where you was like, I ain't
Mm,
really feeling that.
'cause I ain't
But
like that one dress she
I
wore.
generally usually like Toya's looks, but this is nice. I mean, and I think it is appropriate for the reunion. It don't feel overly dressed and it don't feel too underdressed. I think
Mm,
it's kind of,
I definitely like her hair.
I
I
do like
really,
her hair.
I
Yeah.
really, I think she had the best hair there.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
quad hair didn't look good. No.
Well, here we go with Miss Quad. Miss Quad, what y'all said? She don't got it. She don't got
She
it,
didn't
right?
have it with that hair,
Yeah.
girl.
I was wondering because y'all know I watch my episodes on Peacock the next day, and so I was watching all because I might have watched it later on in the day on Monday or something. because I feel like I was seeing a lot of posts about her hair and people having something to say. And so I'm thinking, like, what is it that they saw? You know, and for me, I was like, as long as she ain't got no unit that she's slicking back into a ponytail, like
Yeah,
seriously.
that was
So
horrible
I'm
last year.
okay. Like, cause please don't ever do that again. Like
Girl, because I was like, how bald headed is she? She got to put a whole slick back unit on to do a ponytail.
oh, and I tell y'all, every time y'all got something to say about her hair, I just think about Mariah talking about that lady look like Mr.
Mr.
Potato.
Potato.
The lashes and wigs. Oh, anyway, what are we giving Miss Quad on her reunion look? I mean, clearly y'all did not like the hair. Okay, get back, stop.
I mean, it looked better. And I mean, all right. I guess maybe I just didn't like those long sleeves. I think I would have did a short or no sleeves.
I like the long sleeves.
I like Toya's better. I guess I really don't like the blonde hair, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it look okay.
Well, I think I'm gonna rate Toya a 9, and I think Quad can get. I feel like for me, what I don't like them boobs.
Oh, they sitting.
Yeah, like maybe they should have been compressed down just a little bit more. But I like the look. I like the look.
Because I didn't notice. Is she heavy chested? I didn't never notice that before.
That's why I assumed that she probably was gonna end up pregnant. Because no, I would not consider her big chested, like having what I would say large breasts. I don't consider her to have small breasts, but like that's visibly larger. You know what I mean? And at least what I feel like I'm ever used to kind of seeing her boobs look like. And so, but I had noticed it kind of prior to the season starting, I think maybe in the interviews or something. So probably with the hormones, you know what I mean, and stuff she was taking, that probably is what we're looking at, you know, because like I said, I kind of expected for her to actually have been pregnant because of that, because her boobs were looking she was looking a little plump. Okay. Not in a bad way, just in a way where maybe she could have been pregnant. You know?
Because remember, King called her big bag.
Right, honey.
I was like, what?
And here I go. And first of all, so in case didn't nobody get the memo, he is now Kirk.
Yes.
Okay. They are no longer referring to this man as King. Okay.
Mr. Kirk. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, he is now being referred to as Kirk. That is his God-given name, I assume. Because I was like, I say, oh, that's funny to me. Now y'all broke up. He King and I mean he Kirk, and everybody is on board. You got Heavenly calling them Kirk, Carlos calling them Kirk. Like everybody is on board. The headline says Kirk. Like everybody is on board. But I think I'm gonna rate this. I'm giving her an 8 for this. I think I like Toya's look better. Yeah, but I do like this look on her. Okay, so here we are with Miss Contessa. I like this for Contessa. Yeah.
Contessa looked very nice.
She got it. I'm going with about an 8 too. For me, I will say I think Toya for me is probably going to be the best
overall look. Yeah,
overall. The Quad and Contessa kind of running up right behind. And y'all drop down in the comments and let us know what y'all thinking too. Okay, here we go with Dr. Wesley's look. I didn't like this.
No. It didn't look so bad at the reunion though, watching it live.
It didn't look so bad with her sitting on the couch, but you know, I didn't like it.
It was just too much.
You know, it was too much.
Yeah, and too much hair, too much fabric.
Personality. I don't know. Yeah, it was too much going on. So
Mm,
I'm thinking we're gonna give you about a 5 over here for me.
yeah.
Yeah, about a 5. All right, Dr. Mimi. So I'm not feeling the hairstyle.
I did not like it.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
did
like
not.
the hairstyle. I'm okay with the dress. I'm not really sure about the like velvety hot pants kind of
Uh-huh.
situation. I feel like the hot pants situation would be nice. I think the material probably should have stayed the same or been like a lacy,
Oh. Um,
like a peekaboo. Well, clearly it is supposed to be peekaboo, but that material needs to go back.
yeah. At least I would say in person it didn't look so bad, on the
Mm-hmm.
stage. I think it's the pose she probably did.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely she should have had her forehead covered. It's a lot.
Well, they don't cover her forehead.
Whom?
Sade.
Well, Sade ain't on the reunion stage either.
Ah,
I'm talking about this girl look right here. I think she should have had. I don't like it.
I don't know that I'm not gonna say she should have covered her forehead, but maybe that's why I don't like the slick back. I just think she probably should have, had some volume going on around her.
Yeah, because it's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Okay,
a
so
lot.
here we are with Brandi. Um, I don't like it. Hated it.
No, 2 snaps in a circle.
Okay, hated it, honey. Send it back. She tried.
And did you see they did a pose and I guess they were doing it, throwing up their Sohor signs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can even see hers because all the red was blending. I'm like, but Brandy was ready. I tell you that.
Yeah, she did. She
She's
tried
ready.
it though. So okay. I feel like this look aged her.
Yeah, because
Um,
she do look 50. She
yeah, yeah.
she
This
looks
look really
Giselle S.
mm-hmm.
Giselle S. right here. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Giselle. What's the other one name?
Karen, Grandam.
Girl, Karen look every bit of her age, 60 plus. She look. What's the other one? What's the one that lied? Stacy.
Oh, Stacey.
Stacy S. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't look like she's a good 10 or 15 years younger than them.
No, not at all. Yeah, this look aged her. So she's
Yeah,
going getting 5. We're gonna give her
yeah.
a 5. All right, here we go with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Miss
You
Angel. I
said
feel like I saw this look before. I
you
told
said it. You said it was Timu or Shein. One of them, but you
it,
said
that's what it looks like. Mm. She looks good in the dress. I mean, she has an amazing body. I think it's probably very little she will put on and not look good in. However, I don't. Here's the so I am throwing her in the category of a BBL body, and sometimes like I don't like how tight the bodice part is
mm-hmm.
because it kind of you're supposed to be glamorous and even though Toya's look might be sexed up, but it's very sophisticated. It's got
Yeah.
you know, what's the little clubs they used to go to back in the day? Cotton Club, sexy like.
Yeah.
I
He said
mean,
she looked like one of those. Yeah. What do you call those ladies? A flapper.
right, yeah, right. What you
It
know,
does give that kind of look though. Yes.
uh-huh. And so this for me is just a little bit too sex pottish in a sense that takes away from like the classic type of look that and graceful that you kind of going for. However, she does look good in the I mean, she looks good,
Do you think that's see through or that's the illusion
It
of the
looks see
dress?
through to me sitting here.
Uh-huh.
It does to me. I can't, yeah, it looks like it. And maybe it was something that wasn't meant to be see-through, but maybe once the flash came on,
Uh-huh.
maybe so, that's kind of what the idea that I'm kind of getting.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm giving Angel's Look about a 7.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are with Dr. Simone. So you probably did. I think because the concealer does seem like it's a bit much up under her eyes, like very. two shades too light for me.
Girl. And you could tell her hair started swelling. It
Mm-hmm.
just I I think she, was very in her, very emotional. And it
Mm-hmm.
just showed. I said, Dr. Simone, I've seen her wear makeup and look nice, but this
Mm-hmm.
day, that makeup was just running away from her.
But she did not get it right on this day, huh?
No, it was just real thick. And then
Mm-hmm.
the cheeks was really red. It was just a lot. I said, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then she didn't even have no eyeliner on. I think she kept wiping it off. I think she probably kept crying. It's probably when
Mm-hmm.
they were doing her makeup that
Mm-hmm.
she's that upset.
Mm-hmm.
So
What we thinking about this look? Is giving church mom for me.
yeah, yeah, mother of the church.
Yeah, mother of the church. So
Hmm.
I'm giving her a 5. I don't really care for it. Um,
Hmm.
maybe for the church banquet.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dr. Jackie. I like Dr. Jackie's look. I give her an 8. I like the bob. I like the dress. I like the split.
She said, "This age looking good over here,
Yeah,
honey."
right. Yeah, she no lies detected there. Right, like
Go ahead, Dr. Jackie.
no lies detected there. And so here we are. This is the cast photo that we have with
Hmm.
everybody together. Um, so yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get into the episode, get into what some of the things that took place. Now, how do we start off, child, honey?
Oh, well, you got Toya and Quad in the first chair. So
Mhm.
he asked Toya point blank, is she still in her house?
Oh yes, that's right.
I
That's
said,
right.
oh yeah, messy
He was
motherfucker.
acting surprised, like, why would you ask that? Talk about I bought all my houses. Like, yeah, you just didn't stay in them long. That's why.
So, they asked Dr. Heavenly, what do you think? And she said she would basically predict that Toya would probably buy, sell that house, make money off of it, and move into a condo by herself. Oh, oh, did I say that?
Yeah,
I mean,
Heavenly messy as hell.
oh, she changed it up. But yes, girl, she had to give, she's being pulled up. So I didn't really feel like Heavenly was really waddling in the mud like she could have. I think she was a little
No,
bit reserved.
she wasn't, but that was messy. See, like the
That's a
problem
girl.
with Heavenly is that when she does, you still go too far.
Girl, no, Toya went too far and said she don't see the print in her. And
Well, I think see, I think you don't like Toya. Do you like
I
Toya?
well, shoot, do you like Heavenly? Let's go there.
No,
I
no, I
don't,
don't dislike Heavenly.
I
But,
don't dislike none of them, but
the
I think
reason why
Toya
I say
is
you don't like Toya is because
no,
you
I
let
don't
me
agree what
take
she
it.
does too.
Mm-hmm,
I don't dislike none of them.
mm-hmm.
But I think when first of all, I'm not gonna say that because why am I looking at your man's private? Only reason why Heavenly is repeating because you said that. So that's to me kind of low. Because first of all, my husband probably would say, why are you looking between this man's leg? That's my thing. So I feel like anything that Dr. Heavenly has said was not as lowbrow as what Toya said right there. She
I
didn't
don't
say it. I
understand.
wasn't looking at it.
I don't understand. Well, so listen, I agree with you about that statement. But what I'm about to say is kind of the same, like what we saw in the clip, in a sense, between the men. But see, the door had been open, and again, you mentioned that Toya said it about her own husband. She's allowed to. It's her husband. But this is my thing. Once you like, so when Heavenly decides to take that and use it as ammunition,
That's
and
what
this
she
is
said she does.
well,
She said
hold on,
once you bring it
and
to the table,
this
Toya
is
said
my
it.
point. This is where I'm saying Heavenly, even on this season where she's not trying to wallow in the mud, the problem with Heavenly is that when she gets in the mud, she goes too low. So back to that. She went too low when she brought that up, but the deal is now we are here. And so now if that's the way you're going to attack me, now I can attack you the same way.
She
So
said, you
that's
act like
why
you want to suck his thing. Come on now. That's what Toya
It's their
said.
game.
Yeah, so
But that's what I mean. So if
that's
Heavenly
not
didn't
no.
want that, then
That is
she
tacky as
was
hell.
not supposed to use that as an attack because now you've opened up the door. See, and that's what I mean. Like Toya is allowed, whether we think it's right or not, she's allowed to say whatever she wants to about her husband. It's her fucking husband.
So, well, it seems like she's allowed to say whatever she wants to say, and then don't want anybody to comment
Well,
on
now
her
if that's
actions.
the way she feels about how she deals in the circle, but that's not what I'm saying.
No, no.
What I am saying though is like to your point, it was low, but I kind of am like, well, we here now because you've already opened that door. I think I understand that because I would be in a similar position. Like I probably wouldn't say anything like that or think of anything. But if you start coming at me with some stuff, then now I'm gonna, come out, with you too. I'm a maybe what Cardi B say that ain't that taking it to hell. So so
But
so I
okay,
think
but then
Heavenly.
I thought Toya took it to hell first because she said that why you guys are worried about. She brought up about her relationship and how other people are commenting, and she said my husband hasn't cheated, or my husband doesn't not trust me with my son. She brought that up first.
What was wrong with that?
So did Healthy K say, "Oh, well, she might live separately somewhere"?
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. Like again, where is it that Toya says something? I guess that was untrue. Because what Toya is referencing is the fact that your husband took care of this situation with your child and didn't even bother to come and tell you. And you have a reason for that, right? Because he knew I would go off and woo woo woo. But that's where that's coming from, which is a factual place. Now, here you come with your rebuttal and with that type of deal, but it's come like you come pulling something out the air, and then it's an attack on the lady's marriage. She didn't attack his or her marriage. Like it's not balanced.
She
And
did.
that's
She said, "Because
heavily
my neighbor
problem.
told me about your husband."
Hmm?
She said, "Because my neighbor told me about your husband." Remember, they went
No,
back.
I'm saying that Heavenly coming back and her rebuttal to that to say, oh well, I think Toya is going to sell that and then go move in a condo by herself. The insinuation, which she knows it, was that she's going to divorce Eugene. And
Mm-hmm.
so again, that's a blatant attack on the lady's marriage when that's not what just happened. Now I can understand you feeling like I said something and that stung because that's a sensitive topic. Okay, that's the point. But you just said something that you first of all made up, but it's to be maliciously put something in the air to attack my marriage, which
So
that's
you don't
totally
think
different.
they? So okay, the actions that she displayed at her party. You don't think we're on the show that none of the women can talk about it? Because I mean, that's what Toya don't want nobody to speak on it. And had that happen in front of her, I know she'll be speaking on it. If one of
I
the other
think
ladies,
that I think that Toya and Heavenly's problem is not doesn't have to do with the party. I think that that's Toya and Mimi's problem, right? That's surrounded in that party. And no, I don't agree that that thing took place and you are like twisting what was happening in the moment. I do agree that Toya is twisting what was going on and what was being said. But her and Heavenly, because their issue is beyond that pool party, because Heavenly really didn't say anything at that pool party. They not arguing about that pool party, in my opinion. That's Heavenly. I mean,
I
excuse
mean,
me.
she put heavily in her and the girl out.
Well, yeah, because her and Heavenly already have beef. And I'm saying, like, as the viewer, I'm just saying Heavenly didn't do anything in that particular moment, right? But she was grouped up in it because what she said to her, what did she say? Um, no, don't do that. Don't do, it was something like that, right? And so, like, we think about how people respond when they upset, stuff like that. Like if I don't like, yeah, you the one I don't like, yeah, you gonna get it. If I get the opportunity to put you out of my house, I'm putting you the fuck out. If you come in my house, you know I don't like you need to be all the way in line. That means if me and my man start arguing, you better like go cross-eyed, act like you ain't seen a damn thing. You Ray Charles up in here. Cause how you gonna chime in on something? We don't even like each other. So I'm saying, but also I'm saying Heavenly didn't say anything inappropriate, right? So I'm saying the both things, because two things can be true at the same time. And Toya is allowed to put anybody out her house she wants to. It's her house.
True.
You
Yeah,
know,
true.
like so she asked you to leave, please leave, you know. Now whether like that's an at will, right? You come into my home at will because I'm allowed to put your ass out at will, right?
Yeah, I'm coming only coming because I'm on the road. It's on the road for me to
Well,
come.
yeah, right on the call sheet,
'Cause, yeah,
okay. But so yeah, I don't think that's okay. That's the grind that and the beef that she's carrying with them. But I do think that again, Mimi is chiming in on something that's underlying between Toya and Heavenly, which is kind of the issue with Brandi also, and sometimes newbies kind of coming in and then piggybacking off an opinion that's been presented to them. It doesn't ever feel like it's your opinion. It feels like you just came in and grouped on with,
because that's your
yeah,
friend.
what was happening, right? But I did want to say, so Dr. Heavenly had a chance to kind of explain the situation with Damon Jr.
Damon. Hmm.
And she said that he had a mental health emergency. This is what I found interesting was she said I reached out to my friend Dr. Mimi, I guess for whatever help. Um and so so okay, he had a mental health emergency. Someone called Dr. Damon because he knew that they knew that that was his son. That's how he was able to get to the scene or the police station or whatever this took
Hmm.
place, to kind of intervene and make sure that everything took place and his son was safe. And listen, and then they opened a conversation up for the fact that there are a lot of mental health things going on. We're in a mental health crisis, and a lot of times the way that they are being dealt with is to be like tossed in jail or
Or
sitting in the
worse,
hospital, yeah, or
to the
worse,
grave.
because there's not any resources, and things like that. But what I kind of just found it interesting because okay, I'm not saying it just because Dr. Mimi just got on the show doesn't mean she didn't already know her, but I kind of am just a little. I feel very confused about the time frame.
Well,
Um,
remember, she didn't find out till after the fact.
well,
So,
right, I do
so she
right, but
found out
when was
early last year.
when did it take place? I kind of am confused about that.
Well, it took place, I thought, in 2023 or something like that. She didn't
And,
find out about it
mhm,
because I guess he had a court date coming up, and
mhm,
whoever was it, Tisa Tells or somebody
mhm,
dug it up. And
mhm,
when Dr. Heavenly saw it online, she thought, "Nah, this ain't true." And
mhm,
then kept seeing it, and it had like too much information about her
mhm.
son. And that's when she supposedly asked her husband, like, "What the hell is going on?"
Right,
And from there, because at first, she kept, "No, this ain't, ain't nothing wrong with my
right.
kids." And then from there, uh, whatever. So
So
maybe
the incident happened in 2023.
yes.
Then it was found out in 2024. So what I think
I
where
think she found out in 2025
okay, right, you might be right because
because before they start filming this
I feel
season.
like we all as publicly all got that information ahead of last season. It was kind of like right ahead of it. I don't
This past season.
the Well, not the season that's going on
Yeah,
now.
yeah, this season now. No. This season.
No,
Yes, I'm telling you, because I watched the interview
no, no.
that
Before,
Spill It
no,
Boy did.
hold
Spill It
on.
Boy,
Well,
I'm
hold
telling you. Yes. That's why they're talking about it this
on
season,
the
because he just
reunion.
found out. Because Spill It Boy, TV did the interview with her. And this was this past was it like last year, maybe April or somewhere in there.
Okay.
And
Okay, so she found out in 2025. Because
yes,
that's what I'm trying to get to. If he had a mental health episode that caused this thing to happen, I guess I am concerned. Like, when is it that, like, if you didn't know about it until it came out, for her to have the explanation that she just gave us on the couch, it didn't feel like it didn't feel like it lined up with with the chain of events.
maybe they just found out it was mental health.
Because that's kind of where because I'm thinking, like, so he had this particular episode and then
What
what I'm
happened? He
saying?
went home. He didn't go
Right,
in.
right, yeah, like there was no information about it. And so now when you find out about it, unless now let me, because I'm gonna tell it all, unless you just are using something that is easily able to be used,
Yes.
you know.
Only thing I could think of too
Because
is
that's interesting that your husband would know that he had a mental health episode and he would let that kind of go for 3 years without sharing that with you.
unless they had a mental episode and they just had him away and didn't talk about what crime he did. Or
But I think my concern, well, not even concern, my question is that how would Heavenly not know about that
no,
for that?
I'm just saying
Oh,
the mental part. Maybe they had him
okay.
on a 3-day hold somewhere because maybe he was having a mental moment and
Mhm.
maybe she didn't know what,
Just wait, like how she might not know where he at now.
because
Okay.
he probably in the mental place. That's what I'm having.
Maybe that's where he at now. Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what.
hopefully so.
Mm,
Listen, as I discussed that, anybody dealing with mental health, we hope that they are able to get help and seek treatment. And, like, we don't want anything to happen to anybody, especially because of that. But those were the questions that I had as she was, so eloquently explaining.
yeah. Dr. Heavenly was so pulled up.
Yeah, explaining the situation, I thought, oh, okay, well, she got all of this together, but it don't feel like it's adding up for me. However,
Because I was
okay,
like, okay. That's what you
yeah,
say. Who am I? What did you say? Who am I to tell you if your son had a mental episode?
exactly, right.
What you say? They can have it.
I'm just saying, it just didn't seem to line up. I'm thinking, like, but you just found out about this, so how do you know that he had a mental health
Girl, honey, I don't know. I ain't gonna try to twist myself in the press or trying to make A equal B
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, Miss I
No,
don't lie. Okay, now we might twist the truth a little bit.
girl, yes. So
Okay, but okay, let's move on. What else went down? What else went down?
okay, so they talk about King and Quad
Okay, yes.
and the
And the IVF and whether it was for a storyline. Now, what did you? Come on, give it to us.
I didn't think it was for a storyline. I think it
No,
was
I didn't either.
probably a bit excessive, just to go over there or whatever. But I think that IVF treatment or whole issue is what broke up their relationship. I don't really think that. I don't know. It seems like it was very costly for what it cost. And when she said on Carlos King, he paid for the first time. So he paid for the first time, and I guess how many times they went, 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
I think two for sure, but I can't be
because I
sure.
know she paid for the rest. I thought, he probably, and I like what Dr. Simone said. How could you be so concentrate so much on on the IVF treatment, and you couldn't even come together on where you want to stay and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, um, they said the quickest way to lose a man is try to, she's trying to get pregnant. So
And did you peep that what do you remember what I said about how her desire changed
you
about
did say that,
having
yep,
a baby? Did you peep
you
that
did,
she said it out of her mouth? Because I said, and like I said, I understand how attractive that is. Of course, it's attractive to see a good black man taking care of his kids, but like that doesn't mean, like that is the space that he wants to occupy with you.
you,
You know what I mean? And so I agree that Dr. Simone pointed out. So, but I think that when we in love, this is something that us women go through.
got them
You
blinders on.
you forget about some of the things you should be paying attention to. Right. That's a pretty big thing for y'all to not be able to agree about who should live where, and even how the house should be ran. He seemed to have a very dominant way
Yes,
of presenting in a relationship, and I'm not sure that quite like it may have been cute, like everything starts off cute, right, and
yes,
fun, and sexy, but then right, like y'all running around having sex 15 times a day, but then when it gets to the nitty gritty, like it ain't that cute to have somebody, thinking they can tell you what to do, or kind of trying to pull your card a little bit, and you've been taking care of yourself all this time. So all of that, I think it plays a part. But again, we don't, when we're dating, sometimes we don't look at the conversations that we have, some, just a lot of some of these little things that gives you insight into what you walking into, like decision making, like I was talking about the late last dating episode I had, which part of the ending was because there was a revelation about the way you handle like the way you handle communication, the way you handle disagreement, the way you like, and that's not cool with me. You know what I mean? So that it's okay. No need for us to go decide to go do something that's even more, you know, that requires even more decision making. Right. Like, yeah, like you literally was about to have a child with somebody who you would have to turn around and figure out um, dates to share custody, what school they're going to go to, where they finna go do this and that at, and y'all can't figure out where you finna live, which would be the first step into getting to the next thing. Like I said, I do think that uh, that a part of moving so fast. Like I agree. I don't think this was let's do this for a storyline, but I do think that there was um in an accelerated process put in place to and not to say of course she was in love, but I think it was like just moving all together in this euphoria. You in love, you sharing it on the show, everybody's happy, you know what I mean, like all of this euphoria is just coming from everywhere. So you want to keep the momentum going, you want, like, everybody's wishing for it, oh, when y'all gonna do this and do that. So you get caught up and wrapped up in all of that. And so, and now, and thank God, like that, because if it wasn't meant to be, and clearly it's not, because it doesn't sound like something like it does, the way she speaks, in a sense, not that she speaks poorly about him, but it sounds like she's had revelation about him. Right,
the blinders are off.
yeah,
They say your nose be all wide open, the nose
right,
closed now.
right, aka King, or formerly known as King.
Kirk over there, cause honey, no, she
Sounds
done.
like he has a revelation about him, and
Mhm.
even with the like pointing out that he paid for the first IVF. nothing surprises me about somebody who's doing what they need to do to stay in the mix. So the because him paying for the first IVF but not sticking all the way through it doesn't really say a damn thing about him to me, right? I don't know. Would you agree?
I I mean, it says to me that he was in it for a time period,
Something. Yeah,
and then
something. Yeah, he was
and
in it for
then
something. But I don't know if
this.
he that's because that's what I'm saying, because it didn't work and now here we are. It doesn't seem to me that he was really in it the way you was in it.
Oh
Like
no, he was not.
it
I
out.
don't feel like he was in the relationship, like
Right.
because it just seems like I guess maybe I'm not that type of girl. I'm never going to be. All that over a man. That ain't me. That's not my personality, and I'm not. I'm not probably about to call my husband king. I ain't doing that and talking all this. You know how she did at the couples thing last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because I just didn't see, like, he always kept talking about things being reciprocated. I didn't see that in him
Mm-hmm.
with her. The way she talked him up. I don't feel like he talked her up like that.
I agree.
And
Which that might have been how she got him, because you like that's sometimes like I'm not calling Quad desperate, but sometimes you can present desperate without even knowing it.
because it looked that way. Because it seemed like she was happy she pulled somebody like him.
Seemed like it.
Yeah.
And again, and let's go back to what was taking place during this point in time. Like I'm saying, I don't know how I can't don't know how long she was dating him prior to all of the Sweet Tea and Dr. G coming back. But what we know is that she was dating someone, and um I I think that could have fueled also.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you, especially when she came back the next season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I that whole thing, I'm glad it did what it did, because I would hate to bring a baby into this world only for us to be broken up. You know, what was it for? In that case, you could have had one with Dr. G.
That's what I said. But that's why I'm saying I really do think, and again, I feel like maybe her mind had changed for this particular relationship and reason and person. You know what I mean? Like I
Well,
really
when she was Dr. G, she was young and wasn't thinking about it.
but that's the reason why I said and because they was talking to her about freezing her eggs and she
Yeah.
wasn't interested either. So that's why I thought I had determined that she probably just did not want children, period, in general. And so, but we here now, but I'm also glad. I'm just glad that it did just work out the way it did, because if that's not the guy for her, then cool. I wouldn't want to see her wait all of this time to have a baby, and then right now you have to have a good dad that's outside the home. Like, who signs up for that for real? And if you do, that's a very low expectation.
Yeah.
Let me just point that out.
I'll
But
be
do
right
your
back.
thing.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mhm.
So again, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking about this week's episode of Married to Medicine, the reunion part 1. Let me see. I count on Miss Angela to have our notes done. So what else did take place? I think we just gonna get right on down to did we say anything about Mimi? I think we did check in with Mimi. And she shared some more about her parenting journey. I feel like me this season with Mimi, I really enjoyed seeing them in that space. I think this reunion is bringing out another side of Steve that I'm not really meshing with, and it don't give me real manly vibes. But maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. And maybe I'm taking up for Miss Dr. Eugene. Maybe I just got a soft spot and feel like somebody needs to take up for Dr. Eugene. And if it ain't gonna be his wife, then maybe it could be somebody in the comments. Maybe it could be somebody in the comments. But anyway, um, I don't remember. I'm gonna wait for Angela to get back. I don't remember if I. Oh yeah. Oh, because we did bring out Angel and Brandy. They came and hit the couch. Contessa and Brandy talked about the deal between the birthday parties. I thought this was the silliest, like back and forth. I thought it was really silly at the time that it was happening. And I wasn't quite sure where it was coming from. And to be honest, that whole thing did feel to me like Brandy was trying to rub something in Contessa's face. Not to say that Contessa didn't maybe open the door up for it, but it did seem like Brandy was trying to uh upplay that, my husband did this, and and so that's why Contessa is kind of like, well, I gotta call your husband and thank him for some chicken wings. Cause she's trying to figure out like if he did it, okay, like why I gotta thank him, which I agree with that. But like I said, it's not that Contessa didn't like set herself up for that, because if what it reminded me of is the same thing Heavenly had got herself caught up in. Because Contessa had the habit of doing that. She hasn't done it all this season, but she had the habit of doing that, complaining about Scott, in a bad way that sounded very, uh, I would say abusive and neglectful.
Poor Scott. Poor Scott. Poor Scott. Now he got something to worry about. His doctor's reputation. It's real. Shoot, he abusive.
Yeah, she made him seem like he was a horrible husband.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but like I say, Brandy, it did feel like Brandy was trying to upplay, her husband for no reason at all. But I felt like that was a very silly back and forth. It felt very silly listening to them. What did you think?
I thought, well, Brandy came in hot and ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think Dr. Contessa was trying to have it with her. She was not.
Yeah.
And she kept trying to, I felt like little girl her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's not what I'm talking about. And,
Mm-hmm.
basically she wasn't trying to give her none. She wasn't unhinged like she was last year with Heaven.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
She wouldn't square up, ho.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay. Poor thing, Contessa.
Yes.
And so what else did they discuss? I think I mentioned, did they talk with Mimi and Toya? I think is that how we get into some of where we going into Simone and Jackie?
Well, because one of the first things he asked Toya and Mimi at the beginning about did Toya try to sell you a reunion ticket?
Right.
Andy came in being very messy. And so I guess I felt like a little bit that Toya kept trying to overtalk Mimi. And then I thought she was a little bit obnoxious, because she wouldn't let her get her part out, because Toya has the way she felt.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Toya, the situation that happened at the home, at the pool party, I think she's probably really embarrassed, because seeing how the fans looked at it. Mm-hmm. And every time they bring it up, she's about to try to deflect on something else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's how she's doing Mimi. Because she told Mimi, that's why you at the end of the couch.
Right.
So, and did you notice on the new episode with the next one, Eugene basically says the same thing to Steve. You're new.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been up here 12 years. I said, oh, they pulling rank.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, the situation with Mimi and Toya, um, like she said, she don't know Toya. She didn't ever get a chance to
Yeah.
know her well. And I don't know, just Toya was very combative. I think what her situation with Mimi kind of was when they had it at, she started with her at the pool party when Mimi pulled out the little napkin to sit down on. She
Right.
went off on,
Mm-hmm.
about that, and then she ultimately put her out her house that day.
Right.
And so I think for Steve and Mimi, that's when what's the people that used to back in the day, the back like Western, the names of the families that was I can't even think, right. Oh God. The McGraws and somebody, like, the battle between the two
Okay.
families.
Okay.
So I think that is what started it for Mimi, and Mimi is not letting it go. And even at Angel's her event, how Toya told her to go to the other, because we don't want you over here. So I think Mimi was a bit taken back on how Toya was acting towards her, really for no reason. And that, I don't know. But I did like the fact that
going to the Angel event, because to your point, I think Toya went back and said I guess it stemmed from her telling Brandi to watch who she aligned herself with at Heavenly's political camp
event,
thing. Yeah.
political launch.
And here's where I will agree with Toya, which this is what I said about Mimi. Like I said, I like the parents inside and just kind of trying to get to know them. But I do think that they have come in and okay, Mimi is a psychiatrist. She has expertise. So I'm not like saying that she doesn't have, I guess, a background in which you can pull from to have this type of these opinions, but at the same time, because they mirror, like the people that you sit on the couch with, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel that original, and it's interesting that she would admit that they really don't know each other and that the beef seemed like, because I think that anytime something like that happens, right, where you didn't really get a chance to have a good interaction, but for some reason y'all have this clash, it's got to be because there's some outside influence happening that's maybe like taking over the energy. I don't know why Mimi decided to put the napkin on the thing. It felt very, I don't know if Toya took it personal. I think Toya admitted that she was just kind of, a lot was going on about just in general with that day, because I don't think I would have paid that much attention, whether it was over the top, bougie, whatever, you know what I mean, like fine.
Yeah, but
Like,
see,
it might be places I could go to, and I might feel like I want to put something down to sit on top of. I think that's my prerogative. Same for her. So
yeah,
she did take it overboard. Like to address her about it, because it's whatever. It's no
not
big
even
deal.
pull her aside, just to try,
Yeah.
and then about this ain't Heavenly's house, but so
Yeah.
yeah, I think what Quad has said to her, basically, we're not, basically, we ain't your patients. And she said she don't really like conflict. And then Quad was like, basically, why is you
Yeah.
here?
I mean,
This is what we're gonna get. This
mm-hmm.
is what we do over here. So maybe you might want to rethink why you're here, because this is what we do.
But and to combat that though, or just a rebuttal, there should be somebody that's a peacemaker. And now this how we finna go ahead and get our asses over here to this Jackie and rip her a new side tail. But because I think Jackie had been presented as a peacemaker type of character.
Yeah.
for us, right? But we ain't really seen her be able to bring any peace. And not that Mimi is the one for the job, but what I am saying is that there does have to be somebody who is able to try to do some stuff that get us to peace and not be sitting around, in the back.
Feeding the fire. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then coming out having lemon squeezes, in public for everybody else. So excuse me, because at the same time, when you have conflict, like we are constantly watching y'all go on trips and have retreats and do this in an attempt to resolve the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Mimi's expertise could be utilized very well in the group. I think she's a good addition to the group. I
Yeah, I think
want to
so.
say that. Yeah, I think she's a good addition to the group. But I do think she needs to get she got to formulate her own opinion. It can mirror what the other people feel. I just want it to sound like it's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mm-hmm.
can fine. You can feel like Eugene is, running behind his wife, and maybe he the her house husband, even though he running around working his tail off. I'm not even sure how you confuse that. Like y'all talk about the man like he in the one in the kitchen, not working, and Toya taking care of him. Anyway, but that said, we was gonna get on to Dr. Jackie with this one and Dr. Simone. And Dr. Simone said, we are never, ever, 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 ever getting back together.
Mm-hmm.
Even double down with a post after the reunion playing Taylor Swift's song, honey.
Girl, what? I missed that. What's the post was?
The post was just a picture of Dr. Simone, like, and Taylor Swift's song is "We Are Never Ever Ever Getting Back Together." It's like
I don't know
a
Taylor Swift's
breakup song.
music.
Well, I don't know Taylor Swift music. Look, let me
I
clarify.
only know a couple.
That's an
I just want
example.
to play. That's all I know.
For the people. But that's one of her popular songs.
Oh, I know.
And so I'm about to just so y'all can hear it, because you ain't gonna be able to see it.
I was trying to look it up real quick. Oh. You know what? If I was, well, I'm not in the I don't beg for friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if the situation between you and Heavenly, and you so upset about what I said or what I didn't say,
Mm-hmm.
could cause you to want to not be my friend, but don't be my friend. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't got to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna ever beg you to be my friend.
But
No.
I think that Dr. Jackie did that because Dr. Jackie knows she's wrong. See, and for me,
Wrong about what though? Why am I got to get in this?
Well, this is what I think Dr. Jackie is wrong about, and I think Simone put it very plainly, because I remember seeing that happen in real time. So Jackie was on Watch What Happens Live. She answered that question the way that she did, and Simone instantly posted about you still defending the devil or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for Simone, and I understand because I'm the same way, it's not necessarily like about you telling her how to behave or something like that. I think everybody grown enough to understand you're not going to be able to do that. But as a friend, if you know she is saying something and you know that that's not what it is, then you should be able to say that. And if somebody is asking you a question, it's kind of like defending my name, or but like when I'm not in the room, because and that's what happens on Watch What Happens Live.
I watched it.
Well, no, what happened. I got you, but I'm just saying it just felt like for that to take place the way that it did, it felt like that, like you wouldn't have my back in a room I'm not in, because the only time that you agree is if we talking. Because if you talking to Heavenly and she's telling you whatever the scenario is and this and that, then you and you know what I mean, and yesing and agreeing with her. And so it and again, it's not even about taking a side. It's just really saying point blank, did you see me push her?
She
And
said
if
she
you,
didn't.
that's correct, but you won't say that.
She said she wasn't there to see it.
Well, that was a cop out because, like Andy said on Watch What Happens, well, you saw the footage,
Yeah.
and so she did, and so she get all the way down to the reunion, and now she wants to say it on the reunion when you could have said it right then and there, because at that point, because you're not speaking on nothing any different on this day than you would have been speaking on that day, right? You didn't see it that day, you still ain't seen it on this day.
And
So if you wanted to sit in the fact that you didn't see it, then you sit in that. But that's the problem with Jackie, is that she rides the fence, and it's not a good look, because you do have a friend of 30 years and you do have this other friend who goes below the belt. And so again,
on the show.
well, I think the Heavenly probably does that outside. I
I don't
feel,
think so.
and when I say go below the belt, Heavenly for me is the type of person that she is dogging every single person out she knows, period. And she can like you because it don't, because I don't think it has any bearing on whether she likes or dislike you. I think that's a personality trait of hers. She gonna run your ass through the mud, period. Right?
She said about Curtis when
Yeah,
they had the
run
intervention.
your ass through, and I think that's just, and so, and even with a friend, like knowing that, just, and then knowing I got a close friend, because again, you sit up with me and you nodding and hollering and you understand. You sit up with her and you nodding and hollering and you understand, and yet we do have something that now is a little bit more, where that's not a, like, you can't sit in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, and so like I said, she said it on the reunion, but I think that clearly from Simone, it was a little too late. I agree with you about not being in a position where you begging for friends. But like I said, I believe that that's the way. That's why Jackie moved that way. Like all of the, let me come over to the couch and talk slow, soft, and let me tell directly so you can know I really care about you. And it's kind of like, but I don't see that when I'm not here, when this is not happening. Like
Yeah, 'cause
that's
I don't think they're as close as they were, anyways.
yeah,
So
and that's a problem though, so
yeah,
it's okay. Like, maybe it's time. Because
yeah.
if
And I think it been
Jackie,
time
yeah,
because when she became friends with Heavenly, because
yeah,
they travel together, they do a lot of stuff outside of the show.
mm-hmm,
And Dr. Heavenly said that they talk every day.
mm-hmm.
So wherever the friendship went left with her and Dr. Jackie, maybe all those other years ago or whatever,
Well,
Dr. Heavenly,
Dr. Jackie could be still holding a grudge about them going to Hilton Head,
girl, she probably
and
holding.
because she ain't gonna say it.
Yeah. Because why did she want to go to Hilton Head though?
I mean, again, but she ain't gonna say it. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's the problem I'm having with Jackie. Like, I don't think that she's a malicious person. I don't think that she is doing like the way that I'm speaking about her. I don't think that she moves in that light on in a purposeful manner.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it's just kind of like you don't know, like you don't see how this look, like you just got, like, you throw rocks and hide your hands in a sense.
So my thing is too though, where's Simone was saying, well, this could affect her license, whatever. Who in the hell was reporting her?
Right.
I mean, I just feel like in that sense, you kind of blew this a lot. Because I mean, if anything, what we did see seemed like Contessa. I think she's going to bring that up or something. That Contessa, the way she really tried to hunt down Team Simone, Team Portia.
I mean that.
But seems like she would have, if she really thought that her license or whatever be on the line, it seemed like she would not be as boisterous or so unhinged like she usually is. If you were worried about that type of thing, because I'm pretty sure, at least I would hope, no one on the show would say, "Oh, let's try to get her license taken." Yeah. So
that's like you say, you in defense of where your anger is coming from, you kind of went, like a bit far. Maybe it's just as far as Heavenly going to report her to these producers to say she pushed me. When I think, drop down in the comments and tell me, what do y'all think? Did y'all see a push? I didn't feel like that was a push. I didn't feel like that was an assault to Heavenly in any type of way. I didn't think that Simone aggressively pushed her hand away. I think that she reacted. It felt as normal as a person would who didn't want somebody to put their arm around.
Motherfucking hand off me.
She said, get your hand off of me. That you thought that what?
I thought when I saw it, I thought she was mad, definitely, and it wasn't like she placed it off of her. She, like I would have done.
Yeah.
So you take how, when emotions are flying or whatever. So,
well, the reason why, because
that's when why Jackie said
when you watch it, she never let go. So that's what I mean. She didn't like shoot her. She didn't push her. She literally did do that. Like she let it go once she got it from around her.
Yeah, but she did it a little rough. She didn't do it softly.
Well, because she was still trying to put her arm around. But that's what I mean. Like it was like in the moment, I didn't see anything that felt that it was outside of what was like what transpired, that she didn't want you to touch her and you kept trying to, and she moved your hand from being able to. I don't think that there was an assault or an attempt of assault, or I don't, and so and where Heavenly, I think Heavenly aggressed the issue, because when she says well, like you pushed me, and it's almost like in a sense of I'm talking about like my reaction, kind of saying like, well, if you felt pushed, what if she would have pushed back? But it's kind of like shit, I got sidetracked, because I'm trying to say with Heavenly, like I feel like Heavenly like took it up a notch. Because you're the one that were like, I don't think you should have been trying to hug her. You knew that she had upset her. Yeah. It felt like it feels like you were the aggressor, and then turned around and reported this lady. Well, however, I'm using the word reported, but but you turned around and called the producers on there and used buzzwords, because I think that's more.
She did use buzzwords.
What Simone is talking about too. It's like, and the thing is, now you creep this little TV show game thing that you did, and now you didn't seep this over into a real life thing that like you play too much. With like that, I think that's what it boiled down to when it comes to Heavenly. I don't know. I think I would have to deal with Heavenly. I wouldn't be able to be like a close friend of Heavenly.
But I think also when she spoke with Carlos about it on the Patreon, they both, she's like Dr. Heaven said, I don't know what plays or whatever. She was mad as hell when she left, Heavenly herself. So I don't know how intense it got, but she
That's
was.
funny that she can go ahead and talk about how mad she was
Oh,
when
she was saying how mad she was. This is what she was saying, that they both was mad, and how it went all the way left or whatever. She was basically saying she in that situation and they were touching each other. That's why she left. She said because it got a lot way too far where it seems like some other issues may happen. Why she said she was not going on that trip, because she said that Dr. Simone was
But that's
unhinged.
my point. I'm going back to Heavenly. You hadn't, like, you are the antagonizer. None of it probably would have happened had you not even tried to put your hands on the lady in the first place. Like, if you were leaving out the event, why didn't you just leave? You knew the lady was upset. So that's what I mean. It's very convenient that, and this is what she knows. She knows Dr. Simone is not going on anybody's podcast or doing that. I maybe eventually she will, but
She
at
did
this
her and Toya did Carlos King too.
when
But they did it last season. She probably do it again this season.
okay, maybe so.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, like, she doesn't, like, this is not what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And so my point with that is you get to come and talk to the audience and still spin this, like, oh, how upset I was. However upset Heavenly was leaving that event, she did it to her fucking self because you came in terrorizing everybody else. So why am I supposed to care that how
She didn't
nobody
come in that
knows
event. They came at
how
her.
I was?
She
Well,
didn't come in.
okay, maybe they did come at her.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe they did. But look, I'm like, she terrorizing everybody else. They did come at her on that particular event. Again, but I'm saying she really didn't have any business putting her hands on Simone, and I'm sick of her because I think that that's all she really needs to say. And I feel like she did say it, but then now she ain't going back to that. Cause ain't that what she said when they was on their trip over there in the corner when she was talking to Simone? And when she apologized and stuff, because that's what we said on the review. I said I felt like when she was talking to Simone, seemed to me like she admitted that she had done, like she had blown this out of proportion, and that it wasn't really what she kind of claimed to be, to whatever, to say she was scared to.
Oh yeah, because she got the call from Quad that they were
Yeah,
saying that Heavenly was trying to get her fired, and she said
right.
that was never ever nothing that she was
Mhm.
trying to do or something like that. She just wasn't going on that trip. She had other shit she was gonna do.
What I'm saying, it seemed to me that in that conversation, she pretty much admitted that she used words to be able to get her out. Like that's what I'm saying. She put her, like, I think she didn't have any business trying to hug Simone in the first place, and I do think that's where it starts. I feel like anything else being discussed after that is just minutia, because you had,
Okay,
like, I never like debating stuff in the middle. Like,
true.
go to the
But
beginning.
okay, so we didn't move past all this. So I guess Simone is reliving the shit again.
Well, she's reliving it with Dr. Jackie because of Watch What Happens Live. Because I feel like during the season, as we saw, they were fine.
Yeah.
Even after it happened. So, like I'm saying, I think that when it comes to Dr. Jackie, it's just about being able to tell the truth. And again, and I think that if we having a conversation, you can't say to me, I don't think you pushed her. I think she, is taking that out of, you know what I mean? Like, way too far. Woo, woo, woo. And then when you get the opportunity to say that out loud, you don't take that chance. Clearly, which we've heard Simone when they fell out the last time. But I think this, in my opinion, is a very clear uh validation. You clearly value your friendship with Heavenly
More
much
than hers
more.
with Simone. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're not
yeah,
friends anymore. I don't believe.
Yeah, no,
I mean, they probably more like associates, but they probably never got back right after the last time they fell out.
mhm. Well, I think it's interesting that this season, even though we saw them, I think this season we saw them catching up for lunch more, like you say, after that, because before that's what they were doing. Like
Yeah.
we would see them go to lunch, and then when they broke up or had they fall out, we and then come back together. We've seen them try, but it was this season felt like it was the most that they had gotten back to kind of meeting up.
Hmm.
And so yeah, like and as a friend, like I am not one to want to feel like I would have to tell my friends like how to be a friend to me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to be in that position, but I do for sure want a friend who can defend me in a room I'm not in. And that's just it. Like, and if you feel like something is wrong, like if it's between me and another friend and you have an opinion about what's right and what's wrong and it doesn't favor that person, I would like for you to speak up about it.
Well, I think she was humping the fence, and when she gave a fence humping answer onto the show, Watch What Happens Live, she said they both basically have their own perceptions of what happened, and I ain't in it. So I just,
Which still ain't saying nothing because
yeah, but I
you
just
can
think
say
that,
that and you can still give what you mean by that. You see, like, yeah,
yeah, I
you,
think the whole thing that Simone is talking about, her questions, her license to be called into question, I
yeah,
think taking it somewhere it don't need to be. So either, okay, I don't believe that it was that deep. And I think that's what
mhm,
Dr. Jackie said. I don't believe it was that deep. So if I really don't want to be involved in y'all mess, I don't have to be in it. So whatever, I just feel like Simone is upset really because she's friends with Dr. Heavenly.
and
And,
that's that.
and they're not as close as they were.
Yeah,
And so since she didn't just automatically take her side publicly and um, hold Heavenly's feet to the fire publicly, she's pissed. But I, far as her license and all that stuff, I think it's bullshit. Because if she
mhm,
was worried about all that stuff, she wouldn't act the way she act. She
mhm,
acts a fool on the show when she
mhm,
gets going. And
mhm.
so to pull, I mean, from that perspective, if I was Dr. Jackie, she tried to be like politically correct or whatever with her two friends, I would just say fuck it. I'm not,
I agree.
you going online because Dr. Jackie's not doing all that. She's not
Mhm.
saying doing all this subliminal stuff or
That's
whatever.
true.
So, or unless we
It
set
feel
it up,
like Nene and Cynthia.
yeah. So if we're going to into the next season where we're beefing for real about shit
Mhm,
I really didn't have nothing to do with,
mhm,
I'm just kind of the person that was out to the side, and you're madder at me. Seems like is
mhm.
I feel like that's crazy. Um, and knowing that we own the show, trying to make good TV, so I can really see if it was something that we know her license was about to be snatched. That ain't the case here. So I just, and then I don't know. For Simone, I know she was crying, so she definitely hurt about something else, and I think it's because she's actually friends with Dr. Heavenly and probably trying to figure out how we kind of lost whatever. And
Mhm.
I guess maybe she's one of those. I've seen people who only can have like one friend at a time and
Mhm.
only want you to be their main friend or whatever. Those kind of relationships are a little bit too much for me, so I can't deal with that. So if
Mhm.
you one of those needy type friends, I'm like, okay, I ain't got that much time. I'm married.
Mhm.
This
Mhm.
guy maybe, so if we're, because I don't mind my friend group getting bigger. If my friend has a friend, we might hang out or we might not. I'm not going to feel a way about it. So I really feel like Dr. Simone has an issue with Heavenly, period, because they fall out all the time. See,
Yeah.
um, and this thing what Heavenly did, yeah, it was not I don't believe she pushed her either, but I just thought it's this a TV show, and if we really about to wreck our friendship over this TV show, then
I agree with you. I just kind of think I think the deal with Simone and Jackie and this kind of being the camel that broke the straw's back. Because to your point, I don't know that Simone is like necessarily feels like she doesn't want Jackie to have another friend or even is upset that is heavenly. But I do think that it's just kind of like this same thing keeps coming up, and then there's like you don't really make a definitive.
so when they fell out the first time, what was that about? I can't really remember.
It had
It was about
something to
Heavenly.
do with Heavenly, yeah, because it like Heavenly was somehow in the middle of it. I can't quite remember. I would have to
Go back
try
and
to, yeah, think about
yeah,
it.
because I don't remember, but it seemed like
Mhm.
it seemed like it was small.
I think that at the time for all of us, we probably did feel like it might have been, small. But that's the reason why I'm saying that I don't think it's necessarily all about what it is, but the fact that this question just keeps coming up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it just keeps coming up. It's not going anywhere. And so and it might have to do with now I'm questioning like your loyalty, because right, even if it's like this little, like I don't know, insignificant stuff, it just like it feels like because you playing the both sides, are we friends? Like what's going on? So like I say, I think it's a mixture of both. I don't necessarily think Simone would be that type of possessive friend. Um, Not with the type of I can't just being doctors and stuff. Like I would think that they got too much going
I
on.
would think so because this all
Like,
seems
yeah,
so
I don't
petty.
think they got too much going on as well. But at the same time, I can understand having the closeness that they have. Like right, if the dynamics of their situation changed as Heavenly came in, there probably did become some type of rift in it. But I like ultimately, I think the main thing is that they just keep coming up this like question of loyalty. You know,
Okay, so look, like Simone has kind of had it out with almost everybody. Quad, Toya.
yeah, she has.
So I don't know. It just seems like
But I think it's only with Heavenly. Yeah, I like that's a part of the show. I don't know that her having it out with everybody on the show. I don't know that that means anything about what her expectation is from her friend, of Dr. Jackie.
mhm, Dr. Jackie don't treat Simone like a real friend.
And I like that's what I'm saying. I think it's just this question just keeps coming up, and Heavenly seems to always kind of be in the middle of it. Um, and if it wasn't for that, maybe we wouldn't, we would probably be seeing something different. But I have to admit that I do agree. I do agree that Jackie, just and again, it's not about I don't think that she needs to take a side. Like I'm not like looking for that. But what I am looking for is for you to definitively, say, repeat something that you've said to one of your friends. You know what I mean? Like for somebody else. Heavenly don't care because she talked to you every day already. And she figures she know how you feel. Say Dr. Heavenly went to production. Right, we did. Right, we talked about that. We say she took it a little too far. I think so. But
Mhm.
I think that was how this episode ended. Um Ended with Simone telling Dr. Jackie that, that it's over and that there's not any reconciliation that will be taking place as far as she is concerned. Um, I feel like it's probably for the best, you know. Maybe this is the season. It, like I say, it feels like Nene and Cynthia. One thing, I love Housewives. Y'all know this already. But the one thing that does kind of, bother me at times with Housewives is when we get to this type of place and you see people who've had, genuine friendships and long standing friendships, and they come to an end. And it feels like how they come to an end surrounding, this show. And that kind of sucks. Portia and Shamia is another one,
Uh-huh.
Now, Nene and Cynthia weren't friends for as long as
Yeah.
the other ladies, but just because we got to see, like them,
Yeah.
like those things are just hard to watch sometimes with people. And so I don't know that I'm necessarily wishing for them to have a reconciliation. I guess if that's what works best in both of their lives and stuff, then cool. But I think Jackie can speak up a lot more. I think Jackie doesn't want to be seen as messy.
Yeah.
And so that's what keeps her like just like kind of playing coy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting old, and what we see, you do seem to have opinion. So I wish that she would share them. Um,
So do you think, so if they are not friends, how do you perceive that's gonna work out in the future of this show?
I think we kind of see, in a sense, I think we kind of see a divide, in the group. I think Simone will be where Toya and Brandy sits. Contessa might be the one that can float through to back and forth, through. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably what it's gonna be. That
Well,
do we think Heavenly is coming back?
not if she wins.
When do we know if she will win?
The primary is April 27th, I believe.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So, what she say today on that live? Basically, never mind that show. Like I do all my jobs well. That's that show. That's not how what we do over here. I liked how they did have that food drive. That they gave out food to the
Mm-hmm.
TSA workers. But yeah, if she wins, I don't see why she would come back. Or maybe just every once in a while pop in and speak to Dr. Jackie or something. But she got they got shit to be handling up there, at the Congress.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But no, if she wins, no, I don't look for her to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
so I don't know any other Congress lady cast member. She would be the first, but one thing I am looking forward to the next episode when they kind of have that medical talk and how they talk about politics too. I'm like, this is why I love this messy ass show, because we
Mm-hmm.
get a different, they can all come and talk to us and educate us about some things. And some people thought that, I was seeing in the comments, that Quad was being funny or trying to make light of the nurses. And when she said that they were deemed not professional, and that's true.
Yeah, I
Trump
mean,
did went and changed everything up, so some of those grants they're not going to be eligible for.
exactly.
So yeah, yeah. So I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm
Mhm.
glad what they got, like what, an hour and 15 minutes on this one this
I
time.
think so.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next one, and I think they should do all of them
I do too. I
in
think we
two.
should. I think yeah, we need two parts. I think
They better not get up here and do no 3 parts for that damn Rhode Island.
no. Mm-mm. or yeah, or I don't know. We ain't seen the season yet, but
Yeah.
definitely, I know Potomac didn't deserve 3 parts,
No.
and this season the 2 parts are fine. It's not. I don't feel like they gonna get through the 2 parts, and it's like, oh, we missing something. No, 2 parts are fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed it. We'll see where it goes and how it ends.
Yep. We got our new Bell Collective coming
I
in.
see.
They start on April 10th. So
Yes.
we'll
I'm
be
gonna be watching that.
yeah, I'm gonna be watching it too.
I said these like some bosses for real.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see some wealth over here. Not
Right, right.
so we're gonna see some wealth. I'm looking forward to that.
So definitely looking forward to that. Okay, y'all. So listen, that's all we got. We ain't got no more. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Oh, excuse me, y'all.
Bless you.
Thank you. Don't forget we got our housewife awards. So head over to the community tab. Make sure you place your vote for the different categories that we have set up. We got categories like the MVP of the season, which clearly needs to be Toya. They put the whole damn season on the back. So, and I mean, okay. Um, well, we got villain of the season, the best
Toya.
lead of the season, most improved housewife. Oh, now you say Toya the villain of the season, huh?
Yeah. I
And
mean, she had
look,
the most shit going on. I mean, she pulled. I feel like this. Okay, what they heavily didn't come in until she said they had already filmed for at least 4 weeks or so before, or something like that. And after the first episode, she's in everyone. But Toya was the one actually pulling Heavenly's name out.
mm,
Kept it
mhm.
going. I think Toya probably would get the MVP and the villain of the season.
You
I
say
don't
trying to
think.
get both of them. I think
Yeah,
Heather's gonna get the villain.
I don't think she did a lot though.
I don't think she did a lot, but I think that most people just view her role that way
Oh,
because when she opens her mouth, that's what like
but
right.
she was trying her best to be pulled up. I really wouldn't have looked at her. To me, Toya gets both. She was
Mhm.
working it all. Toya was working.
What'd you say? Toya was running circles around them to this season.
Yes, honey. Toya was ready. She was working her ass off. I mean, she made good TV.
Yeah.
She was a villain to her husband. She was a villain to everybody else there. So she called everybody bitches and put folks out of her house.
Right.
So I don't no, I think Toya would probably end up who would be I would consider most improved. I don't
I
know.
said Contessa.
Okay. Yeah, compared to last year.
Yeah, Contessa
Definitely, yeah.
is most improved.
Improved. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely.
Well, we got the flip flop. Like who do y'all think would be the flip flop?
Was anybody really flip flopping?
Well, for me, it's between Mimi and Jackie. But go ahead.
I would say Jackie. I would definitely say Jackie. Mimi. I mean, who was she flip flopping with though?
I just felt like her opinions kind of flip flop. Like you wanted to try to get to know, but you felt like you already kind of had an opinion about.
Girl, I tell you, that opinion blew at that damn party. That was it for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was just it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Toya was a damn villain. She told on Angel to that
Oh yeah,
man.
about
So
the
she,
yeah.
Toya was working her ass off this season. Good
Well,
TV.
it definitely was working. So, like I said, I definitely give her the MVP for
Yeah,
yeah, 'cause
she
she
was the
definitely was
MVP.
on the job.
Yep, she worked her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, MVP, villain, and probably whatever else, because she was she
Right.
was calling the girls to the carpet, and yeah, she was doing it, and Eugene need to get an award too.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I think he was in the mess.
Well, okay.
Yeah, he was in a mess, and he called Dr. Damon in on it. Trying to get him going, and Dr. Damon
Well,
didn't
it
went
looks
to
like
him.
Curtis about to pull him in on it. Curtis about to pull him in on it next week.
I don't know. I said, goodness, the men are really getting activated here. This is why I
Mhm.
don't want them to get kind of
No,
legally.
and going back to that, I do think that Damon should have had a conversation with Heavenly about her, what she had to about approaching and saying what she said about Eugene to Toya. Not in the sense of trying to check her about saying anything to Toya. You know what I'm saying? Like, fine, y'all got to do that. But I do think somebody should have mentioned, like, don't, because that you cross the line. And so I think now he's ready to cross the line. Now, you know what I'm saying? Hey Siri, play Big Bag Money Yayo. What's that the man name? Like, I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. Everybody cross. He say, "Fuck it, I'm crossing the line." Everybody crossing the line.
Yeah, he was
The
crossing the
line
line
right
with
here. He
everybody.
crossing right over it. And I agree with you. This show and their husbands, most of the housewives with the husbands, because Jersey had a good group of husbands too. But I specifically do like them, and I like that they get along. I like the talks that they have, and it would suck, for and going back into here come this fucking clown Steve, and I'm a backup Eugene, not knowing the fucking program, coming in doing anything, fucking up the thing. Because now you about to start a feud between the men that they usually can, dissolve. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how this ends next week. But did you see? And you see, Mimi and Steve was all on their TikTok, honey. I got it posted over
Yeah, I see him.
on the short,
Uh-huh. What they
honey.
talking about? They ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah, so they ain't talking about nothing. But like I said, I am like I'm gonna probably try to back up Eugene a little bit because he needs somebody too. His wife ain't doing it. So somebody in the comments can. And I'm gonna get on Steve. Steve, you pipe down. Like I don't even know why you so I don't even know why he is so upset. But I guess me and
I
put
don't know. I
that.
don't know. I guess we can. Because who brought up the conversation?
What
'Cause Steve
conversation?
didn't. Somebody brought it up with the men, and that's why Steve got to talking about it.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
One
I
of
can't remember.
them
Yeah.
brought it up, and Steve went there, and then I feel like in the conversation that they were having, I feel like I definitely feel that Eugene was pulling rank. It was really,
For
and
sure.
he was pulling rank, and I guess Steve being the big guy he is, and the profession that he was in, they're more kind of, I would imagine, more aggressive, and I don't know, might have struck a nerve with him because I can't really understand them arguing about the $300
Mm-hmm.
or the way that they felt like they were the only ones pulled out,
Mm-hmm.
and made to pay or
Mm-hmm.
whatever when Dr. Jackie had already got the table. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Or to try to embarrass him. Maybe I don't know. But I'm like, okay, because women usually carry that kind of stuff on. Why are they still arguing about it?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That you that's all I'm saying. Like that's what I mean. Like I don't know why you all like what's up over there? Your panties drawers all in a bunch of shit about something like
So
yeah.
yeah,
And again, that feels like something you should leave for the ladies. But and that's what I mean. And that's why I'm backing up Eugene pulling rank. Because you're right. Let this newbie rookie ass no. Like we had to handle stuff different over here in this men den. You stepping out of line, partner. And I think Cecil is gonna let him know when he called that man Mr. Bush. He's gonna let him know like you going too far. And that is too far. It was there was another show where somebody did that. Um did that very similarly, referred to them as their wife's name. Oh, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Marceau did it to Stormy's husband.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah, did it to
He sure
Stormy's
did.
husband.
That quit fucking playing with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And y'all know I love Marceau, but he was dead wrong in that. Cause no, you don't do them. You don't do that.
What was
Mm-mm.
I forgot? Why did he kept doing that?
Right, kept calling the man a B too. I think. Wait, was it?
No, Stormy called Marcel a B.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. It was
Mhm.
Stormy. Yeah, like that's why I say, wait, was it him? But I
What did you
it,
call her? Call her
they,
Mr. Steele?
they was at a meeting or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, he did that to him. And
Or did he not? Wait. So Stormy last name is Steele, right?
yes,
So his last name is different than hers.
yes.
Maybe he just didn't know that wasn't his last name.
No, let me no, he did.
Oh, okay.
She went by it. He did. She went by it. What's that? What was his name? His name was Courtney. I can't think of what his last name. Cause maybe Stormy. Let me look her up. Let me see. She got a Wikipedia. Yeah, they don't have his name because I'm trying to think. Is his name was his name Steele and her name something else? But anyway, but yeah, he did call him by Stormy's last name.
Mm-hmm.
And he did know his name. I mean, and like I said, I can't call it now, but
Mm-hmm.
we all knew it because they had said it.
Mm. So he said it with that little shit
Yeah,
eating grin that he does.
yeah. I mean, what? Well, there ain't no confusing what you mean by that, especially when you saying it to another man. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no confusion um about what you mean. And I don't think that's okay. You know, like I'm okay. I think that's unfair fighting. I think that's far below the belt. But anyhow, we finna get up out of here. We are going to hit y'all with a Bell Collective review. We are going to shoot for Thursday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hit the bell notification, go over there to the community tab, vote on the Housewife Awards, and we will check back in with you later. If you catch the replay, go ahead, drop down in the comments, let us know what you're rating it. This week's episode. Let us know what you think about the fashions. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Okay.
Yeah. Team Steve or team Eugene or team Simone or team Jackie.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got, y'all.
Yes.
All right, we up out of here. Good night.
Good night.